What's up, guys? My name is Jake. Welcome to Abandoned, episode 13. I don't have much to say, but I do want to give a shout out to these amazing people on Instagram and these amazing people on Twitter. I literally love all of you. Yeah, that's about it for me. Let's just get straight into the video. So, Universal Studios. Me and you have our differences, but deep in the jungles of Isla Nublar, or Islands of Adventure, lays something quite cool. I'm of course talking about the Triceratops encounter. So, in case you don't know what the Triceratops encounter is, basically guests would enter a Jurassic Park queue and enter a covered structure. Just like the Triceratops seen in the film, guests would interact with a massive animatronic Triceratops. That's honestly literally all you need to know. So, with the studios doing pretty well, Universal announced that they would be building a second theme park in Orlando. The park was to be called Cartoon World, and the idea was that they'd theme the park around different animated IPs Universal owned, like Marvel Comics and Dr. Seuss. But then something sorta large happened in 1993. The Jurassic Park was released, and if you remember the 90s at all, you'll remember that Jurassic Park was a big frickin' deal. So since Universal was already working on a Jurassic Park attraction before the movie even came out,
ironically, the idea for the ride started a full 3 years before the movie went into production.
Universal decided to go with a new approach for their new park. So Universal began creating new lands for the park based around Universal IPs. These included Jurassic Park, Marvel, and the Lost Continent. Actually, an interesting fact about the Lost Continent, when Disney was creating Animal Kingdom, one of the canceled themed lands was Beastly Kingdom. After budget cuts to the park, it was turned into Camp Mini Mickey, and actually that was demolished recently and will now be Pandora for Avatar. Anyway, the roller coaster from Beastly Kingdom was actually recycled and brought over by Imagineers to Universal, and that turned into the Dragon Challenge for the park. Islands of Adventure began construction in 1995 and officially opened on May 28, 1999. The Triceratops encounter and the Jurassic Park land were both day one attractions and both opened on May 28, 1999. The attraction itself wasn't too big. It's around 36,000 square feet, so around the size of the bag check area when you're coming from the parking garage. Like I said earlier, the attraction is based around the scene from the movie where they visit a sick Triceratops, and well, the attraction is based a lot around that idea. The whole idea is that guests would interact with the sick Triceratops. So what happened? Well, out of the gate, they had some problems. Guests weren't really that impressed since you weren't allowed to touch them. This gave the attraction the, maybe we'll do it later mindset. Since the animatronics weighed the equivalent of 138 Bill Paxtons, or 25,000 pounds, they were surely to break down. And they did. A lot. With that, and having trouble with employee placement in the attraction, it closed in 2003. Then, oddly enough, the attraction opened back up in 2010 with the new name Discovery Trail. So all good, right? Yeah, no. It closed not too long after its 2010 reopening. Now you're gonna think I'm lying, but I swear I'm not. The attraction reopened again in 2011 under its old Triceratops encounter name, and it wasn't too long after that that the attraction permanently closed in 2012. Ever since 2012, it has been left there completely abandoned, with the animatronics creepily still in there. In 2014 though, rumors have said that the animatronics have been removed. However, the entire queue and show buildings remain. Following the release of Jurassic World, a portion of the queue was cleared out and constructed for Universal's new Velociraptor encounter. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a photo op with a moving Velociraptor. It's pretty cool, actually. This took a tiny part out of the whole attraction though. Where the Velociraptor encounter is placed right now is just around the original sign. As of 2016 though, the Triceratops encounter still remains completely abandoned. No official plans have come to light about this area, but since the new Velociraptor encounter blocks the old entrance, it's assumed that the original attraction will be there for a while. Perhaps something with the next Jurassic Park movies will be put there, but it probably won't be for a while. I know, short video, but it's still pretty freaking cool. I actually do remember going to this as a kid, actually probably before it closed because I was there in 2003, so yeah, it was before it closed originally. So I honestly do. I was like really obsessed with dinosaurs when I was a kid, and I do remember this attraction, and I do have a bit of an attachment to this attraction. I liked it. I remember it. But that's it for me, guys. My name is Jake. Add us on Snapchat now. We're on Snapchat. Yeah. Follow us on Instagram, and oh yeah, thanks for watching.
Ain't no sun when go.
Since the animatronics weighed the equivalent of 138 Bill Paxtons, or 28... Oh my god. Since the animatronics weighed around the equivalent of